Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Zia Park here on Wednesday. It is November the 23rd, 2016. I'm going to look at the stakes races 8, 9, and 10. It's basically a full card of stakes races, but, without spending an hour on these races, if you want races 1 through 7, you have to follow me on Twitter. So 1 through 7, you have to follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for those picks. Races 8, 9, and 10, you're going to get the preview right now. So let's get on to it. Starting off with race number 8 from Zia Park. It's the Zia Park Championship Handicap. Purse $150,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 12 3-year-olds and upwards traveling a mile and an eighth over the main track here at Zia Park. And I love what Zia does this day of racing at Zia. Penn National Gaming, I guess, whatever they call it, Penn Gaming, is putting up together like a really good week of, a few days before Thanksgiving stake schedule, starting off with the Mahoning Valley. Now we have Zia today, and tonight we have Penn National. Penn National you could also find here on my YouTube channel, those preview. But this eighth race is a nice one. I'm gonna go to the 3-horse Mobile Bay as a top pick. I'm gonna go 3-7-6-8, 3-7-6-8 here in the eighth. Number 3 Mobile Bay, 4-1. Last time out, ran at Delta Downs, October the 29th. 1 mile in the Gold Cup Stakes for restricted Louisiana bred that day. This horse finished second by a half length. Basically, it was second all throughout. Was chasing the leader. Really couldn't close up. It just wasn't his day. I personally think the mile was a little bit too short. He should do well today with this extra furlong. Start before this horse ran at Remington Park, mile and eighth, September 25th in the Governor's Cup Stakes. Horse finished fourth by 6.5 lengths. Was far back early. It was a different kind of running style for him that day. He likes to sit a little bit closer, but when he was far back, closed up a tiny bit, but the track wasn't playing to closers that day. It was playing to speed, and it just wasn't his day to win. And then the Louisiana Downs, September the 10th, and on mile 16th on the turf course in the Unbridled Stakes for 75,000. Horse finished fifth by 6.5 lengths. This horse's best surface is not turf. Was far back early, closed up a tiny bit, but again, the course was playing the speed that day. I think this horse should do well here in the start. The last time this horse won, you have to go back to May the 1st at Sunland Park, a mile and the eighth in the Sunland Park Handicap. This horse won by 1.5 lengths that day. He stalked the pace that day. Got the lead in the stretch and then took off with Edgar Prado. A very nice victory. This horse is 2 for 2 in the last year here in New Mexico. Start before that, his win before that came actually at Zia Park, November the 25th, actually my birthday, a year ago, mile 16th in the Zia Park Derby. Horse won by nose, stalked the pace all throughout and got the lead, and then, he was dueling to the finish from the quarter pole to the finish, but he got his nose in front at the wire, and it was a very nice victory. Like I said, I think the mile 8 distance is very good for this horse. Had a very tough campaign at the beginning of the year before that Sunland Park handicap race win. He ran the New Orleans handicap, finished 7th by 8 lengths that day. It was a very tough field. He won the Maximum Gold Cup at Sam Houston, upsetting at 9-2, which was pretty impressive. And then he finished 8th in the John Connolly at Sam Houston. Again, on turf, not his strong point. But here in this race, I think he should do well. I might play pick 4 or pick 3. I would possibly single this horse. So to recap my bets for race number 8 from Zia Park, it's the Zia Park Championship Handicap. I'm going to go with the 3-horse Mobile Bay. I'm going to go 3-7-6-8. 3-7-6-8 in the Superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Zia. The ninth race is the Zia Park Derby, purse $200,000 for 3-year-olds. We have a field of 12 3-year-olds traveling a mile and a 16th on the main track here at Zia. Mile 16th. And I show this diagram. It gives me a second to look down at my notes, so that's why I show that. Mile 16th, just in case you don't know what the ground looks like. My top pick here in this Derby will go to the 5th horse, the 5-horse. The 5-horse Dalmore. I'm gonna go 5-3-1-6 here. 5-3-1-6 here. Multi-race wagers, pick 4, pick three. I definitely used a five horse. I would definitely use the three horse also. I would probably go too deep. I would go 5-3 here. Number five, Dalmore, 3-1. Kent DeSorma for Keith DeSorma, who's his brother. Last time out, ran at Louisiana Downs, 10th, a mile and the eighth in the Super Derby, Grade 3 Super Derby. This horse finished second by a half length that day. He set the pace early on, and then it was just weakened at the end. Texas Chrome, who won that day, won next start out, and then after that ran the British Cup Dirt Mile. Didn't finish anywhere that day, but wasn't beating Texas Chrome, who ran well. He just ran a little bit too fast early on that day. He's been on the sideline since then, so about 12 weeks maybe, or 10 weeks maybe, layoff. I think he should do well here today with that little bit of rest. Start before came at Del Mar, mile and a quarter, August 20th in the Grade 1 $1 million Pacific Classic presented by TVG. This horse finished fifth by 16 three-quarter lengths. Basically, all the horses that ran that day was either first all throughout, second all throughout, third all throughout. California Chrome, first all throughout. Beholder, second all throughout. Dortmund, third all throughout, and Opportunity, fourth all throughout, or whoever finished fourth. This horse just really wanted to go and set the pace, wanted to be up with the leaders like he normally does, but Kent kept him back, and, he was the best out of the subpar horses that day in that field. Not to knock all the other horses, the other, let's say, five horses. The first three were Grade 1 horses. The other horses, or the first four were Grade 1 horses. The other ones are probably Grade 3, if that, But, this horse, finished fifth. He was the best out of those subpar horses that day. And then at Santa Anita, start before mile 16, July 2nd, and the Grade 3 affirmed. This horse won by a half length. Was stalking the pace early on, and got the lead in the midpoint in the stretch, and then kept going. Very nice victory. I think this horse should run well here today. This horse actually, was on the Derby Trail earlier this year. Actually ran the Wood Memorial. Came in eighth by 48 and quarter lengths on that slab track. Did not do well at all. And then after that ran the California Chrome Stakes at Los Al. He finished fifth by 8 lengths that day. But after that, he ran an optional claimer at Santa Anita. Did well. Won that day. Won the Grade 3 affirmed. And had decent races after that. I think in today's start he should do well. So to recap my bets for race number 9 from Zia Park, it's the Zia Park Derby. Gonna go with the 5 horse Dalmore. Gonna go 5-3-1-6. 5-3-1-6. Multi-race wager, I would use the 5 and the 3. So now let's get on to race number 10. The 10th race, the final race on today's program, is the Zia Park Oaks purse $300,000 for fillies 3-year-olds. Field of 10 fillies traveling a mile and a 16th. Mile 16th. And my top selection in this spot will go to the 6 horse. Number 6, Family Tree. Gonna go 6-9-5-1-3. I'm gonna give you a straight super high 5 here. 6-9-5-1-3. Multi-race wager, pick 3. Of course, I would use the 6 horse, my top pick. I would definitely use the 9 horse Landover Sea. Maybe I would use Ready to Confess, and this race, I have a feeling you're gonna have. It's either gonna be, this race is a little bit difficult because it could be chalky on paper, because all the horses I have in this pick, this super high 5 here, seems to be a little bit shorter. They're shorter prices here. So maybe I would use all 5 to maybe catch a little bit of a price. I really have to look into the pick if I'm going to play it, what I'm going to do. So I'll post a final ticket on my Twitter page. But 6-9-5-1-3. That's my straight super high 5. But number 6 top pick, Family Tree, 7-2. Florent Giroux for Wayne Catalano. Last time out ran at Remington Park, September 25th, mile 16th in the Remington Oaks. Horse finished third by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Was stalking the pace early on and then flattened out in the stretch. Was a 50 cents to the dollar favorite. This horse it wasn't her day to win. I don't know if she liked the wet going that day. Her worst races, I think, came over wet goings. Start before came at Saratoga, mile and a quarter in the Alabama, grade 1 Alabama. This horse finished third by 8 3/4 lengths behind Songbird, who won next start out. This horse was a little bit wide and just weakened that day. Wasn't catching a great horse. And then this horse won the Indiana Oaks at Indiana, mile 16th, July 16th, won by 3 lengths. Was a little bit farther back early on, but then got the lead and stretch and then kept going. Kept opening up. Very nice victory. And then this horse, last time, Florent Giroux teamed up with this horse, came to the Iowa Oaks at Prairie Meadows, mile 16th, back in June the 30th. Horse won by 2 lengths, stalked the pace early on, got the lead, and took off clear. I think this horse should have a strong run here today. Gets Florent Giroux back, who's having an incredible year so far. He has out of 1,010 mounts, he's 192. That's a 19% win rate. So he's having a good year. But to recap my bets, race number 10 from Zia Park, it's Zia Park Oaks. I'm gonna go with the 6 horse family tree. Gonna give you a straight super high 5 play here. Gonna go 69513. 69513. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.